The Adventures of Niko and the Cloudberry Compass. In a colorful village nestled between blue hills and sparkling rivers lived a curious boy named Niko. He had bright eyes, wild curly hair, and a pocket full of pebbles he collected during his little adventures. But Niko wasn't just any kid. He had a special gift. He could hear nature whispering. One breezy morning, while walking through the meadow, Niko heard a soft giggle coming from the bushes. "Who's there?" he asked. Out popped a tiny creature, no taller than a teacup, with wings that shimmered like rainbows. "I'm Pippin," the creature chirped, "and I need your help. The Cloudberry Compass is broken, and now the seasons are stuck." Niko blinked. "Wait, seasons can get stuck?" Pippin nodded gravely. "Yes, without the compass, spring will never return, and the flowers will forget how to bloom." Niko didn't know what a Cloudberry Compass was, but he did know how important flowers were, especially the ones that bees danced on. "I'll help you," Niko said. "Where is it?" Pippin fluttered into the air. "It's hidden in the Cave of Turning Winds. But we must hurry. Winter is already overstaying its welcome." So Niko packed his adventure bag with a flashlight, a sandwich, and his lucky marble. Then, with Pippin leading the way, they set off. First, they crossed the soggy marshes, where talking frogs warned them about the mud troll. But Niko used his pebbles to make a path, hopping from one to the next until they reached dry land. Next came the whistling wood. The trees hummed eerie tunes that made travelers forget their way. But Niko sang back his own silly song, and the trees quieted down, curious about his melody. Finally, they reached the Cave of Turning Winds. Inside, it was dark, cold, and swirling with gusts that changed direction every few seconds. "There it is," Pippin cried, pointing to a glowing compass perched on a pedestal. But as Niko stepped forward, a gust of wind whooshed past, and a voice boomed. "Only one who understands the balance of nature may touch the compass." Niko stood still. He thought about the frog, the trees, the melting snow, and the bees waiting for flowers. Then he spoke. "Each season has its time. Winter for rest, spring for growth, summer for warmth, autumn for change. If one stays too long, everything falls out of balance." The wind stopped. The cave grew silent. Then, the compass floated gently into Niko's hands, glowing brighter with each heartbeat. "You did it," Pippin squealed. "The seasons are saved." As they walked back, the snow began to melt, little buds peeked from the ground, and birds returned with joyful songs. Back home, Niko placed the compass in a jar on his windowsill. It didn't glow anymore, but every time he looked at it, he remembered that even the smallest voice can help bring balance to a big world. From that day on, whenever nature whispered, Niko always listened.